until the game comes alive. Two teams have gained a champion fame. Two teams of men both skilled and game. Men who have battled as brothers through combat thick and thin, and now they confront each other for a prize only one can win.
Hello everybody, it's Tropian Videos on the Jimmy Master Animatronics, and what I have for you today is my Jimmy Sport, NFL, and other sport character collection. This one is Pigskin Pete, and I've fixed a lot. This one, actually, every gear is broken or split in him, and all the parts, none of the parts work. Well, his head moves, but there's still split gear because you can hear the ticking. But reason I've left it is because I'm gonna do a full restoration video on this, because since everything is broken, it's a perfect item to do a full restoration video on, which I obviously can't, not today. But anyways, back to this guy. I fixed his mouth. I fixed it the first time when I got it, but I used dental floss and it broke right away, and I haven't fixed it until today, which I used nylon string. The head turning, according to Bailey, is not fixable because the crown gear is broken. You can easily move the head, like there's no gear noise when you move the head. So yeah, but everything else works besides that on this one. So and in the future, I want to get a Vikings and the 49ers of this. Well, especially the Vikings. I don't have Vikings of any of the Rockin Randalls or the Pigskin Petes, and that's almost everybody I know are Vikings fans, and those are the team that pretty much a lot of people go by, or the team people like to go with. So that I definitely need to get a Vikings one. So this is I'm gonna skip around here. This is the Sport Gorilla, Junior the Sports Gorilla, and I don't know if you saw the review I did of this, but I had to fix his arm because it's been snapped, oh my god, years and years and years, and it finally fixed it and glued it. I do want to get some more of these in the future. There's a bunch of different college gorilla versions and all those. This is the only one I've ever had. The head does not move side to side, but it still bobs up and down, so that's good enough for me. And for as old as it is, it's surprising it's actually still working in general for as old as it is, because I've had this since I was like 3 or 4 years old, so yeah. And then this is a bear. I've had this for quite a while too, and I've actually never really used this one that much. But I don't know. I don't have too much to say about this one because I've never used it a lot, and it's just, I think it's one of the, this is the last one I got out of these 3. So yeah. And this one I got for Christmas in 2001 from my dad, as well as that Viking Santa. And this one's still in perfect condition for all these years. Nothing's ever been broken on this one, and I like this one. I would like to find more of these as well in the future. At least it's the Vikings, though. That's why it's the Vikings, because my dad got it, and that's one of the teams that he likes. And I forgot to put batteries in it. Okay, sorry, I have to switch out batteries. I thought that it had batteries in it, so that's why I didn't check before I did the... Sorry about that. I promise there won't be a delay like this for every item, okay? This is the only one that I didn't check on. Okay. Okay, so here we go. And then this is the Buccaneers Santa. I got all these Buccaneers ones in a lot off eBay, and they were all in horrible condition. This one had a split gear, and I replaced that. And I actually just glued down the pins because they kept popping out. That's why he would always start dancing so weird. But I glued that in now, so it should be fine now. And these batteries are low. And then the Vikings one, poor Vikings, he still needs so much repair, but until I get a new back plate or a spare Santa that does nothing, that's not even repairable, like fried and everything, this thing won't see repair days anytime soon unless that happens, because, oh look, I'll show you. Its back levers are completely broken off. There's no way to rig that. So it needs, like I said, until I find a Santa for parts with arms and that's fried. This is how it's going to be until then. This one, even before the lever was broken, before anything was broken, it always used to fall over. It would never stand up when it was dancing. Okay, and this is the Braves Mighty Big League. Now, you guys know, since the mouth has never worked on this, I fixed it today. And this one was the biggest pain in the ass because the whole mechanism inside his head snapped. And I actually couldn't, when I glued the pieces, I can't actually get the piece to go all the way down so his mouth sticks out like this. And Bailey told, well, the next time the mouth falls off, because these mouths always fall off after you glue them, Bailey said to just cut some of the extra plastic that's sticking out. So, yeah, but for now it moves really weird.
Hey, batter, 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 the wing, batter. Rocket fire, hum it, baby, hum, baby. Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd. Some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Woo-hoo for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out of the old game.
And this is the same. I don't remember Reds. I don't remember the name. But this one's actually never had any repair, not even with the mouth. So it's kind of, yeah.
Hey, bada, 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 the wing, bada. Rocket fire. It, baby. Baby.
Which is surprising.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Woo-hoo for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out of the old game.
And this one, the 49ers, Rockin Randall, I did a repair video on replacing the split gear in his hips when I got it, but this one's mouth hasn't broke either, but this one's mouth is moving pretty weak, so it's basically split. It's like it opens all the way, it's just slow. So I know the piece is actually split. So I'm gonna have to fix this one pretty soon. And these are brand new batteries. I have the speed dial turned down for the hips. Like a lot of these, like I'm not really a foot or a sport fan of any by any means at all. Like I've never watched sports or played sports. I just when I started getting these, I just wanted the figures itself. But some of them I liked the colors, which is why that's why I didn't really look for the teams that I normally like, because like I said, I'm not really a sport person, so it doesn't matter. But now it's kind of cool to get all the teams that you kind of like, but I don't know. And this is the first Mighty Big League that I got. This one's actually really quiet, and Bailey's is like extremely loud, and his is a New York Yankee. But this one's mouth I repaired today as well. I tried, oiling the motors and stuff because the head used to be so tight and it wouldn't turn very much. I mean, it didn't do much. It's actually the gearbox. I think the grease is dried up in there. I thought it was the actual motor locked up, but it wasn't. It's actually the grease in the gearbox that is making it so stiff. But it still works fine. So here we go.
Hey, bada, 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 the wing, bada.
Actually, this one's probably the best one out of the ones I repaired.
Rocket fire.
Today.
Come it, baby. Baby. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Woo-hoo for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out of the old game.
And then here's the Cardinals Mighty Big League. As you all know, when I first got this one had a broken lever, actually really bad, and I just glued it, and surprisingly it's still holding up. Now when I first fixed the mouth, I used dental floss in him, and it actually broke a few months ago, and I just fixed it again today. And like I said, I replaced it with nylon string. And of course, originally the piece was split, but it's hard. The Gemmy uses string that's way too thick for these. That's why this piece is split so fast. They didn't need to use string that thick, and this nylon string holds up good enough. So yeah, anyways, this one works good. Now his mouth clicks pretty loud though on this one.
Hey, bada, 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 the wing, bada. Rocket fire. Come it, baby. Baby. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Woo-hoo for the home
note, I don't burn their necks anymore to get the staples out like I used to with these ones. I actually have a different tool that actually gets them out decently well. This tool. But like I said, when I was trying to get his mouth off, that's what made the mechanism in his head snap off. I was so mad at that. Okay, and this is the Buccaneers Rockin Randall. This one, when I got it, actually his whole chest and everything was shattered, and I actually literally glued it back together, and it's still somehow holding up as well. I think I fixed the mouth on it. I don't know. Actually, no. The piece in his mouth wasn't even split. His motor was just locked up. I don't remember if I replaced the string or not. I don't think I did anything with that mouthpiece since it wasn't split. And yeah, I know he's missing the bottom piece, you know. I actually stepped on it a lot of times, so it's actually ended up broken, so it's okay though. Like these mouths, like I said, these mouths always fall off, and with that on it, it just makes it fall off even more. But this one's really high pitch, and the reason it's shattered is because it's all yellowed. Oh my god, I even had to replace a split gear in his hips when I got it too, so that was pretty scary fixing this one with it being that shattered and everything, but it works great now. But his head is really loose though. It's like, yeah, but it still works.
Are in full flight. We're coming by air and on the ground. Monday night football taking over the town. We gotta get ready. We gotta get right. It's gonna be a battle in the NFL tonight. So get ready. I mean, get ready. Are you ready for the football? Monday night is baby. Yeah, this is Rockin Randall. With a pressure alert for the main turn. Here come the hit, bang, the crowd in the fight. So all my rowdy friends drop in on Monday night. Are you ready for the football? A Monday night party? Yes, sir, this is it. My mission is to get you all excited. You don't have us cracking, the crowd is right. So all my rowdy friends are back for Monday night.
This one's motor is actually just weak for this one's mouth. That's why his isn't moving too much. And this one was my first Rockin Randall that I got. The Rams. Actually, the spinning knob was broken on this one, and I didn't have, you know, these ones. These Rockin Randalls, their spinning knobs are a lot smaller than the other hip swinging, or than the regular hip swinging Santas. But I didn't have a spinning knob that was like his. I had to use one from a hip swinging Santa. Actually, I used one from my original Cowboy Santa, which Bailey has now restored, and he dances kind of weird due to the spinning knob being kind of a lot bigger. But aside from that, it works, and this one's mouth has never needed a repair yet either. And this is a first generation. You can tell it's glossy and his head is bigger. This one, there's like there's screws in the head, and there's probably screws in those too. I can't tell you what it would be like fixing his head or mouth because I've never had to do that, so I'm hoping I don't have to. But it's obviously gonna, I mean, this is the first generation. This is older than all these, and the fact that the mouth is still working is kind of, yeah, it's numbered, you know, before it breaks. It doesn't have that many activations left, I don't think, until it, you know, starts slipping and, you know. But anyways, here we go. And this one's really low pitch.
Tonight. Monday night.
And then here's the second generation Rams. This one, of course, I've had to fix the mouth on this one. And the motor is dead to move the head. I ordered motors, but I never got these, the kind, it uses these kinds, and I'm probably going to use this one. This one will probably work. But I ordered motors off eBay, but I never received them, and I think they never even got shipped. And I looked at the guy's feedback, and he has a lot of negative feedback. Like, he sells crappy products, broken products, used products. Clearly I purchased those motors for, I mean, even if they did arrive, they'd probably be bad motors anyways, so yeah. So it moves a little sometimes, but it still stops. His batteries are low. And then, of course, the Steelers. And like I said, I'm going to do a full restoration on this one very soon. I got this one in November 2016 when it first appeared in one of my party videos. I didn't do an unboxing, and a lot of people didn't know I had a Steelers one. But yeah, this is the latest one I got. And Mighty Big leaks have not been popping up on eBay very often anymore. There's been like the same three or four for the past 2 years trying to sell for like $50. I've never spotted the black-haired version on eBay either. And as far as Rockin Randall's, like I said, I'd like to get a Vikings, Jaguars, first generation Broncos, and a black one, and maybe Packers. So I don't know. Lever's broken too. This one. Even the arm is broke. So like I said, this is going to be a full restoration. So it's going to be a long video.
Monday night.
Okay, and then one more. I got the Steelers NFL Santa. This is the one with the weird audio. I think there's something wrong with the board. Like, it's not as low as it used to be and demonic as it used to be, but it's still, yeah.